We are looking this morning at Proverbs 24, and we're looking at saying 26, in which we're going to talk about fulfillment. Who doesn't really want to have peace and fulfillment in their lives? And sometimes that peace and fulfillment that we are desiring, we go and look for it in other places. Now, sure, God has given us things to enjoy, but the idea here is that we are to give ourselves to the true satisfaction of our souls, which we are desiring. And so we are looking at verses 13 and 14, and this is seeking the fulfillment of our soul, and we're going to look at what he says in these two verses. It says, "My son, eat honey, for it is good, and the drippings of the honeycomb are sweet to your taste. Know that wisdom is such to your soul. If you find it, there will be a future, and your hope will not be cut off." Now, as one commentator said, this is not a command to go and eat honey, even though he tells us to eat honey. The idea here is he's saying, when you crave honey, eat it, because that is what is going to satisfy the craving in your soul. When you try to eat something that is not sweet, you're craving something sweet, and somebody gives you some peanuts, it doesn't satisfy that craving because you're craving that sugar and the sweetness there. And so he says the same way, when your soul is craving, you may think it is craving entertainment or relaxation or whatever in the world it is, but he says your soul, what it really needs isn't more money, but rather is wisdom. He says in verse 14, look at the parallel there. Eat honey. When your body is desiring it, it's going to be sweet to your taste. It's going to satisfy that. When your soul is thirsty, go seek after wisdom. And of course, we know the wisdom of God is found in Christ. But notice that he says, if you find it, there will be a future, and your hope will not be cut off. So you want hope? You want a future? He says, go after wisdom. Let's look at a couple parallel ideas here. In Psalm 19, verse 10, it says this, "More to be desired are they than gold, even much fine gold, sweeter also than honey, and the drippings of the honeycomb." What is that? What is he talking about? What are these things that are greater even than this? And he says it is the fear of the Lord. It is the rules of the Lord that are true and righteous altogether. You know, sometimes we think that, okay, well, I'm going to live this way just so that things turn out the right way or whatever. But he says when we live a life that follows the Lord, when we live a life that seeks after him, we're getting much more than just, I'm not getting arrested, I don't have to worry about problems in my life of illegal activity, but rather he's saying you're going to have deep satisfaction that doesn't need prodded up all the time, because the Lord is your joy, the Lord is your satisfaction. Psalm 37 verse 9 also speaks to this. When we see what he says here, when he states, "For the evildoer shall be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land." What is he saying there? He's saying that those who are evil, those who don't go after wisdom, eventually they are going to have issues. They're going to have problems. They're going to run out of the joy that they have had. But those who are faithful to the Lord, who love the Lord, there is a hope. There is a future. So let me encourage you to find your joy in the Lord. Satisfy your soul with the wisdom of the Lord, which is Christ. Satisfy him and be like it says in Psalm 42, verse 1, that as the deer pants for water, when a deer pants for water, desires drink, the deer goes to drink water. And when your soul is thirsty, don't fill it with things that won't satisfy. fill it with the Lord. Fill it with Jesus, who is the true and wisdom of God. Well, I hope that this will help you today to set your mind towards the right things, to ignore the commercials that you see. And surely the Lord has given us many good things to bring us joy, but ultimate joy comes from finding it and walking and living daily with the Lord. I hope that this is an encouragement to you and that the Lord richly blesses you today.